Whoo-wee! That was awesome. So, okay. Full stop before I start anything, I just want to say I am so happy it's warm out right now that I can wear short sleeve shirts. What's even better is I get to wear shirts that are made for obviously, which it is for the warm weather, but this is again, I would say this is not an ad, I'm just a fan, but if you're looking for clothes for the summer, go to Sam's Club, man. So I got this and 3 other shirts of different colors, obviously, from Sam's Club. And it feels soft and it breathes nice. That's awesome. I like this shirt. I'm glad I get to wear it now. Considering the fact that there's somewhere I gotta be today, I need to wear this particular color though. So, before I begin, happy Saturday, everyone. As my rather unambiguous short will tell you, Horseheads won yesterday. Oh my gosh. It was, whew. Okay. I know Thursday's game, I said you watch, when you say you watch the thrill of sport, Thursday's game is what you're talking about. You also would say that for last night's game too, because it was a very much defensive game. 3-2 was the final score. But get this, every single run that was scored last night was a home run. I'm literally, first player to come up to bat for it was for Horseheads, knocks it right out of the park. And then again, and then later, they did it again. And then did it again. For both Horseheads and Corning, every run that was scored was a home run. Literally out of the park. And that's just exciting. That's really exciting. Actually, before I continue, I gotta do my low and my high math of kindness. Gosh, what do I say for my low? I mean, holy cow. There's still a bunch of stuff that happened after the game I need to talk about too. You know what? I guess my low is technically last night. Last night was the final Friday night I'm going to be in this area, at least in the month of May. Because my family opens up Cuckoo Lake next weekend, and the week after that, I head up on Friday as well. So, yeah. Last night's the last Friday. I'm going to be here in the 607 in the month of May. And during the summer, I should say, every other Friday I'm going to be here. From June 6th onward, I'll be in this area every other Friday. So, I have to plan accordingly for that. But for the most part, that's what's going to happen for the future. Now, so I guess there's something to be said about my last Friday night before we go back up to Cuckoo Lake. There's something to be said about the finality of it, the sort of the end of an era type thing. Even though it was really only a few. I mean, when you think about it, October, it was all about, because September 28th, I believe, was the last day I was at Cuckoo Lake last year. So all of October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and, well, for the sake of argument, we'll say half of May. So, 7.5 months. I guess, it's always so jarring whenever, we either stop going to Cuckoo Lake to come back here, or we start going back up to Cuckoo Lake when Memorial Day weekend happens. Because by this time, I've easily established a routine. that, I expect, like, for the most part, these particular things to happen. I say these really could mean anything. Like, for example, like, I'm not working today. Like, I'd have a day off and I'd be able to do whatever I want here. But, like, that's a routine. I can make myself breakfast if I want to. If there's something going on today, like the softball game later, I'll get to that later. I go to that. I can do something in this area. And that's like my routine every other Saturday. Although starting next weekend, every other Saturday, I'm at Cuba Lake. So it does kind of limit my options somewhat. But, and do I really need to go up to Cuba Lake immediately when I have an opportunity to do so? Technically, no. I mean, Alive After 5 is going to be on a weekend. We'll start when I have to go back up to Cuba Lake on May 30th. And for all intents and purposes, I really could simply just go to Alive After 5 first and then go to Cuba Lake. But it's been 7.5 months pretty much. It's been long enough. And like right now, like as soon as I start going back up to Cuba Lake, I want to utilize every second I can just to enjoy myself. I mean, within reason. I mean, if there's something going on that I'm invited to, or if there's something going on in this area that I'm invited to, and I would have to come down from Cuba Lake to go to it, of course I'll do that, sure. But, I mean, first things first, I actually have to be invited to things. I'm not just going to show up. I'm not going to show up unannounced. That'd be rude. I don't do that. So yeah, there's something to be said about the finality of last night. But, you know what? If last night was the last Friday I would have in May in this area, then I'm okay with it because it was awesome. Which brings you to my high. Horseheads won last night. Went over to Illegal Tap House for a little while. Ran into some of the nicest people ever. You guys know who you are. And I thought about turning in. But I'm like, I should be out for a little more. So I chose the latter, right? I go to Patrick's and I ran into more of the nicest people ever. So, yeah. You never know who you're going to run into. So, you know what? It's like I've said this before. It's the FOMO mentality. Like, had I not gone to Illegal Tap House or Patrick's, I do not have the night that I had last night. I mean, don't get me wrong. Horseheads winning last night, yeah, that already made for a great day, no question. Like that alone was going to make it like one of the best days of the year for me. But to have everything else that happened after that happen, like, this really is a whole is greater than the sum of the parts motif. Like, any one of those things could have happened. I wouldn't say it was great, but everything that happened last night, like, that's how you get a night like last night, and it's awesome. Like, I mean, thankfully I've been right. This sounds so cheesy, but this whole year I've been writing down, actually I've said this before, I've been writing down like the best days of this whole year so far. Actually, I've said it, it's not cheesy. I've said it before. I don't know why, it feels weird for me to say it now, I don't know why. I've been writing them down, and as time's gone on, that list of days that have been so great has been getting longer and longer. To the point where, like, I could very well hit like 100 before we get to June. Or before we get to the end of June, I mean. I'm sure there's going to be like some more days coming. I mean, I can tell you right now, like, this upcoming week, there's going to be a lot happening that I'm really looking forward to. And it'll be a great way to cap off, the pre-Cuba Lake time of the year. I don't know, I did not finish that. Actually, you know what, I should talk, I did my low and my high. What's my act of kindness? Shoot, well, I mean, I don't want you guys to read into too much of this, but last night when I was at Patrick's, some woman asked me to dance with her, and I did. That's it. I mean, it was kind of awkward. I wasn't really feeling it. So, yeah. I mean, it was nice. I'll say that, but yeah, I did that. I mean, there's not really much to tell about that. Yeah, that's about it. Normally, I was so enamored with talking about what I want to talk about, I wound up doing that before doing the low and high act of kindness anyway. Now it appears I'm stuck. No, but on a serious note, last night's game was awesome. You know, brought my hoodie, my cowbell, they're right over there. I'm going to take them with me to the game this morning. Yeah, literally in an hour and 45 minutes, they're going to be playing for the Stack West title in Corning. And I am there. I am so freaking there. But obviously, we gotta go there. So I'm really pumped for that. I'm so excited. Like, this is for the Stack West. Like, okay, I get this is for the Stack West title, and whoever wins, they go to the Stack tournament tomorrow. Here's what I'm worried about, though. Because, let's say for the sake of argument, Horseheads wins. Senior Prom for Horseheads is tonight. And there's 3 seniors on that team. What do you do? I mean, frankly, I've never been in any kind of situation quite like that before. If I have any advice, I mean, keep in mind, this is coming from a guy who really didn't have a very good time in the Senior Prom for a number of reasons that I'll get into in December. But maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to not go. I mean, again, honestly, at the end of the day, it's the seniors' night because, you know, it's Senior Prom. So they should decide what they want to do. However, if they have aspirations of winning, this is if they win today. If they win and go to the Stack tournament, I would say be very, very, very careful. I don't know what time the games are or where they are. I do know that if the game is as early as today is going to be, which is 11 o'clock, like, I would say probably go to your prom no longer than maybe an hour and a half, and then get right to bed and get your 8 hours of sleep. But again, that's just what I would do. I mean, yeah, you want to be at your prom for as long as it goes on. I mean, that's what I did for both my proms. I mean, I've said this before. I literally said it earlier. My senior prom wasn't very good for a number of reasons. My junior prom, though, was great comparatively. Although, I mean, long story short, I actually had a date for my junior prom, and I didn't have a date for my senior prom. That's like the main reason why. And you know what? I guess I'll probably share this one prom story because, you know, why not? So, and by the way, what I'm about to say, I'm not bragging. I am in no way, you know, saying go me. I'll be honest, I probably used up all the luck I will ever have in my entire life when I did what I wound up doing. But my date for junior prom, because here's the thing. Back in my day, they had senior prom in March, and they had junior prom in May. Senior prom took place at the middle school gym, and junior prom, when I had it, took place at the Elmira Country Club. I wound up taking the senior prom queen with me as my date to junior prom. Again, I am not a player. I have no skill whatsoever. I probably used up all the luck I will ever have in my entire life for that to have happened. But I can say I got a date, so there you go. It also helped that the girl I took with me was, there's a reason why this girl won senior prom queen, because she was a saint. That's all there is to it. Like, the nicest person ever. I have no idea what she's doing at the moment, but that's okay. I can only imagine that she's living a very happy life right now. And that's really the best. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing you want the people you know in your life who are like nice to you and stuff. You want good things to happen to nice people. And that's what I want to hear. Okay, I probably rambled on a bit too much about that. But yeah, if I pull this off, I'll be able to go to the softball game in Corning, and a friend of mine's daughter has like a little league softball game also in Painted Post. I just might be able to go to both. You know what? Why not? I'm due for, fun weekend, lots of sunshine and everything, so let's get it done. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very home. This video for all of you guys watching Joe Video. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we're here to let me always be back. Take care and make good choices. 6 of 7 all day, baby.